I want to just go ahead and give you a quick update. Since January, the last time we met, what's happened policy-wise. So Senate Bill 681 was passed became law in July during this past short session. And we're really, really, really excited to share that the Advanced Teaching Roles program is a permanent part of state statutes in North Carolina. It's no longer a pilot program. It is a program that will continue and exist into the future unless someone comes in and takes it away. So it's really great. We know it's going to be there. We feel confident it's going to be there moving forward. And thanks to the legislative leadership who's really helped champion this. Representative Clemens, thank you for your leadership. I know you're on the call today. Representative Horn will be joining us shortly. So we're just grateful for the legislators who are willing to continue to pass these policies and continue to put faith in this program. So with it being a permanent program now, the cycle is that DPI will issue an RFP each fall for proposals, which is really great. So when grant funding is available, when recurring funding is up for new grants, the RFP will be a grant opportunity for districts. However, the way this current legislation is structured is that districts can apply for an RFP, and even if they don't receive grant funding, they can be an approved advanced teaching roles program. And so the idea with this becoming an approved program, even if you don't receive funding, is that you would get some flexibilities that would make it easier to implement advanced teaching roles. So one of those flexibilities is some budget flexibility. The other flexibility is class size flexibility, which has been a part of the program since its beginning in 2016. And it's class size flexibility, to be specific, just within the schools that are implementing advanced teaching roles. But we know that class size flexibility really allows schools to use their positions and make these leadership roles possible. So this year, with the legislation making it permanent, what also happened was that the class size flexibility was limited only to grantees within the grant term. So we're going to go back in January when long session begins and really try to pursue the class size flexibility for any district. So as long as you're an approved program by the State Board of Education, you can have class size flexibility within your ATR schools to make these models work, because we know that flexibility is really important. So that's our top priority for going in for advanced teaching roles in the long session. And then, our thought is that if you're getting a really important flexibility, if you're an approved program, you could use other funding, local funding, philanthropy to help get your ATR program off the ground, even if you don't receive a state grant. So that's our thinking, and we got closer to that goal this year, but we do have the work of trying to get the class size flexibility back. So that's a little complicated, but I wanted to make sure I'm fully explaining sort of where the policy stands now and what's next for the policy. So the other thing is that any approved program will now be approved for like a 5-year cycle, and then you'll go back after 5 years and sort of apply for reapproval for another 5-year cycle. And so the state board is and the DPI are just beginning to think about that process for what it will look like to reapply to be approved. But the way the policy is now structured is that you would be an ATR program moving from ATR district, into the future, as long as you're continually being reapproved every 5 years. So we're really excited about the idea that this program will be permanent, that it's creating a structure such that districts can continue these programs for many, many years to come. So I want to pause there and see if there are any questions about the policy. You're welcome to email me at any time about questions, and additionally, we welcome your suggestions for what policy tweaks or changes might be needed in the future.